When you hire a local registered agent to form
Hi everybody. Oh my god. Ooh, why is this so zoomed in? Hi everybody. Okay, I'm starting stream a little bit earlier. Like not okay, okay, I'm 40 minutes late. But I mean I'm starting it before everyone gets here because my computer is glitching out so bad. And this scares me because I know it's a part. I know a part of it is broken. Something's wrong. A part needs to be replaced or something broke. Clearly. I know this all too well because a long time ago I got a pre-built computer from, I think it was like RX? It's something R. And they build the worst pre-built computers ever. And they're known to like have all these faulty parts in it. And so I learned all too well about computers malfunctioning. And now my computer's malfunctioning. So I don't know what is happening because I just discovered it was doing this. I literally just now discovered it because I haven't been on my computer in like a week. I just discovered it was malfunctioning. So if there's any issues, please let me know. If you guys see any glitches or anything. It seems fine. Like the stream is running fine. Like all of a sudden it just started working. So hopefully it stays that way. Okay, guys, I'm gonna explain my absence ways this week. Not to be confused with abstinent, because I don't know what the word abstinent means. What does... Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Siri? Siri. What does abstinent mean? Joseph Soros, thank you so much for subscribing. Wait, is that your 4-year mark? I cannot divide by 12. I'm sorry. No, that would be 48, right? No. Oh my god, I'm embarrassing myself in live time. What am I doing? 12 times 4. 48. Okay, 48. Sorry. Okay. I'm back to stream. Okay. Let me know if you see anything weird happening in this stream, because my computer is on very bad behavior today. It's being very naughty. Oh, wait. Okay, guys, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. So if I am acting weird right now, I apologize. It's because I just woke up from... Hello? Can you hear me? What do you mean mic muted? Hey. I don't even know who I am anymore, guys. This past week, I just don't even know who I am anymore. I don't know anything about myself. I don't know how I'm supposed to act on stream. I forgot. It's similar to the opening sequence of a comedy series, but this is a live action series. What do you mean live action? What do you mean by that? I need to put my retainers in, guys, because I haven't put them in so long, and now my smile is getting a little messed up. And my jaw is unhinging itself. Abstinence means no sex. Ew! Ew, I would never do that. Ew. Okay. So, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to my stream. I had a great week, I guess. Blood. I was peeing blood. And I had a good week. Okay, so I started having like health problems, and I was very, very, as a result, extremely exhausted all week. So exhausted all week. I was exhausted all week. There was a week this week that I was exhausted all week. And I hung out with my friends a lot. And we were just on some chill activities to like, but I got nothing productive done. But anyways, how was your weekend? Oh, it was good. I went to a bar, which I've been to clubs, but I never like went to a bar and, like sat down. And so me and my friends, we went to the bar and they had butterbeers at the bar. Butterbeers, which is those things on Harry Potter that I've wanted to try since I was a child. I wanted to try butterbeers. So, I tried 2 because that's how good they were. They were so good. You mess with Dr. Pepper? Don't even get me started on my lust for Dr. Pepper. Don't even get me started on the lust inside my heart for Dr. Pepper. Don't even get me started on how I feel about Dr. Pepper. So anyways, abstinence is an old wooden spoon shipped from the Civil War era. I don't even know. I don't know that word. So it all started. I might be a tweaker. Me? No. Don't jump to conclusions about people you know nothing about. Alan and Corey, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. So, I haven't showered in like 2 days. I haven't washed my hair in 3 days. So what happened to me? I don't know. So it all started. Okay, there I was. Okay, so there I was earlier in the week. Like, this was... Why is Bodhi... This is just what I need right now. Bodhi!
Hey.
Hey. I'm on stream.
Okay, that's fine. You look good. By chance, are you ovulating?
How do you know?
Wait. Can I pull up?
What? No! Did you just throw your phone? Did you just throw your phone? Bodhi, is your phone broken? Did you just throw your phone across the room?
No, you lost connection a little bit.
It looked like you threw your phone across the room.
No, why would I do that? I just wanted to call you and say, like, I saw so many people that I know personally think you're, like, and like I don't think this, but like they think you're like chopped, and I just want to let you know that like as my one of my closest homegirls, like I would not say that about you.
They think I'm chopped?
No, no, no. I think you're a decent looking girl. You're not chopped. Like you have your days where you like look like shit, but like the majority of the time you're like a 6.
Really, you think that?
Yeah.
A 6.5,
Like
maybe?
Yeah, I mean, if you, yeah.
A 6 or a 7?
Oh no, you're pushing it now.
Well, actually, today was actually the day I ovulated, so that's why I thought it was very interesting that you said that, because it's very
We're just in sync.
We are in sync? No. We?
Yeah, we're just in sync.
What you mean we?
Like you and me, like us, like you, us, like we, like French, like we.
We. Oh, I stay away from that. Why'd he hang up? Why'd he hang up? I don't. What? He hang up. Okay. A 10 in Baltimore? Thank you, guys. I know I'm a Baltimore 10, but, like, thank you for saying that. That's what I needed to hear. I needed to know I'm a Baltimore 10. Oh my God, Jace Whitney tried to save me. He tried to save me, but I fell for it anyways. Ugh. Why did I answer the call? Wait, guys, I have to tell you what my guy friend said. Okay, so my guy friend got really, 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 really drunk and just started admitting stuff to me and my other guy friend. And he just started, like, saying all his deepest secrets. And oh boy, was I, I don't want to say shocked or surprised, because not much, like, surprises me when it comes to this fellow. But I was like, what am I? It was the most diabolical. I mean, I was just happy. I mean, I feel like people already think this about me, but like, they just haven't said it. So it was just nice to hear someone say it. So first, he's like, Carmela, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you look like Margot Robbie brunette. And other times, you look like Michael Jackson. Sometimes you're a solid 9. Then other times you're like a 5, if I'm being generous. And sometimes when I see you, I want to just throw up and vomit. But other times when I see you, I'll just jizz in my pants. I never got told anything like that before to my face, and in all my days, nobody ever said something like that to my face. People said a lot about me on the internet. Never in all my days did I ever hear this to my face. I couldn't believe what I was hearing, but I also did believe what I was hearing, because I was like, well, actually, that kind of makes sense. Like, sometimes I do shapeshift a little bit. Sometimes I do look like Michael Jackson. And then sometimes I do like Margot Robbie. Can I? Oh my God, Shayna's so many calls. Hold on. Oh, guys, I'm just so popular right now. Everybody's calling me. Everyone loves me. Everybody, especially the one that just said I was a 5. Or what did he say? A 6? Oh, don't downgrade it, Carmela. Don't belittle, undervalue yourself. I'm a 6. I'm not a 5. Okay. So what was I talking about? Carm, you need one of us guys that's always be ruining our breeches when you walk in the room. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well. Oh, gosh, you're talking about the guy that just called. No! The guy... No, the guy who got, like, drunk and said all that. That's my homie. And we're just very honest with each other. You know? But yeah, I thought it was like, when he said that, I was like, I'm begging you, can I please tell my stream that you said this? And he said, just don't say it was me. I was like, okay. Cheers! Or share! Thank you so much for subscribing! Thank you! Oh my god! 3 months! Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Thank you. We all know who it was. Actually, you guys don't know who this was. Actually, no, I've never spoken about this guy before. Tell him to just keep the jizz in his pants. I know. And then he was like, and you know what, Carmela? I'd be lying if I said I didn't fap it to one of your pics. Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. We don't okay. Stop! You know how they say, like, oh, your guy friends have definitely gooned it to you before. You know, I just always believe... But I'm always like, me, though? Because, like, I really post some interesting stuff on the internet. So, I guess so. I guess I'm just... He's not 35 years old. He just talks like he is. He's a little younger than me. But it's okay. Like, that's my homie. He got a little drunk. It's okay. We all have our moments, I guess. Left my wife's birth to catch this stream. That shit was taking too long anyways. Hey! There's nothing funny about that. There's nothing funny about leaving your wife in labor for a Twitch stream. Nothing funny about that! I'm not laughing! I'm joking. Yeah, I think I need to get him a not a gooner shirt. I know, are they even your real friends if they don't goon to you? Like, for real. So anyways, guys, I feel so chud right now. I feel like such a chud. Because I just woke up. I have these eyelashes that have been barely hanging on, and every time one cluster falls off, I just tape it back on. I feel like Frankenstein right now, and this is all I have on right now, and then the rest of me is just like stale meat, stale skin that I haven't showered in 2 days. I feel deplorable, but it's okay. At least you guys don't have to smell me right now, am I right? I actually smell good because I do, you know, just because you don't shower doesn't mean you can't, like, wipe down, you know, and use deodorant. Okay, let me stop being gross. Yeah, I have these cluster lashes that are just begging for freedom. Please let us go, they say. Oh my god. Josh's chudsband and Karma's wife face. Josh is definitely chuds. I'm kidding. That was mean. Sorry, Josh, if you're watching. Why do you avoid showers? It's only the past 2 days I just haven't had a chance to shower. I'm gonna shower after the stream. Can we call Martin? I will ask them the Smarty Marty. I'm gonna ask Smarty Marty. Let's. Can we? You're so funny, Damage Inc. You just like. Can we call Andres? Can we call Martin? 2 days ain't bad if you don't go anywhere, for real, for real. But I did go somewhere last night. So anyways, okay, so the beginning of this week, okay, I had a great time with the homies. We got snowed in, right? And we got snowed in with each other, and then we were just don't get snowed in with your homies, guys. I'm kidding. But we got snowed in and everything. Then one day I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I was like, I wake up in the morning and I barely open my eyes and I'm on like 2 hours of sleep and I'm like, I'm like, what's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's going on here? Help! I felt this pain within me, and I was like, I have to go diarrhea, but I didn't want to go to diarrhea because I was at my friend's house, and I, like, refused to go, because, like, I'm a very shy person when it comes to that sort of activity, you know, so I would just go, I have the lengths I have gone to do such an activity in private, you know, and not, like, at a friend's house. Wow, have been insane. There was one time when I was, like, at my friend's place, like, all the way across Baltimore, like, on the other side of Baltimore. So, like, maybe 30 minutes from my house. And I had the worst, you know, bubbles of my life. We'll call it that. I had the worst stomach pain of my life. And I would do anything but just go in my friend's bathroom. And it wasn't like they're like my close friends. Like, close friends. These are, like, my close homies. Like, we've seen parts of each other just that really only God has seen. But... And it's like my female girls, my female friends too. It's like, I should not have been embarrassed. But I was like so embarrassed I needed to do it privately that I drove like 30 minutes through Baltimore. And if you don't know Baltimore, like the way I had to drive through Baltimore was like stop and go. It's like a light every 2 seconds. And potholes. So you can imagine I was like, like I was just, and then stop. I thought I like accepted the fate that, like, the potential possibility that I might just poop my pants in my car and it would get everywhere. And then I would have to somehow explain that to, like, a detailer or maybe my brother who knows how to detail cars. I would have to explain that incident somehow. I don't know how. I just kind of accepted that. So does this happen often? Yes. I think I might have IBS. I wonder. But it's really because I just have a sensitivity to certain foods. And anytime I drink, that's when it's really bad. Anytime I eat dairy, that's when it's really bad. So to give you an idea. So, great moment to join this stream. Yeah, I was just in the potholes. It was like 20 minutes of potholes. Okay, that was such an exaggeration. 15 minutes of potholes, but still. But who's that girl you're tied up with? Is she single? That's my girl. She's not single because I'm in that. I'm kidding. Not too much on my Jasmine now. Not too much on my girl Jasmine. But anyway, so I'm too shy. It's just like I will go through immense pain because I'm just shy. So I wake up and I'm at my friend's house. We kind of got snowed in, all of us. And I'm like, I am not about to, like, walk over there and just blow up the bathroom when I have my friends over here who could hear it all. I'm a very shy shitter. So I was horrified. But little did I know, I didn't have to worry about that. That wasn't actually the issue. So what happened was I was in extreme pain, okay? I get up and I run to the bathroom. I'm like, I just need to pee so bad. I'm like, I need to pee. It burns, it burns, it burns. So I run to the bathroom. I pee. And I'm like, expecting like the Niagara Falls to fall out of my urethra. Because I had to have had like just an absolute gallon of piss in there in order to be in this much pain. I was like, I don't know how I don't look pregnant right now with the amount of pain I'm in. The amount of water that must be in my bladder to induce such an agonizing pain. It must be a lot. So I sit on the toilet and I'm like, just get it out. I start to give birth to pee. Next thing you know, I'm like, psst. Why did it stop? Where's the pee? And I look. I'm like, ah! The smell! It smells bad. I'm like, why does my pee smell like that? Why does my pee smell like oil from a car? My pee smells like a tire factory. So there I was. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, get it out, get it out. It's not, I feel no relief. Okay, I just peed a little bit and I felt no relief. I'm like, where's the relief? Where's the relief? So I go get back in bed. And I'm like, like, I don't know if you've ever been in pain, this very specific type of pain that makes you just go, like you almost forget like where you're supposed to breathe from. Am I breathing from my lungs or my kidneys? I don't know. I just am in so much pain. So I'm like, this must be a UTI. But I used to get UTIs all the time when I was with my ex. I've never experienced something like this. I've never experienced a UTI. I'm like, this must be like the Kodiak UTI. This is the Kodiak UTI! And it's haunting me. So I go into ChatGPT and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I like explain it, and ChatGPT is like, it just sounds like you have that extreme UTI infection. And and it was like, just go to the doctor as fast as you can. Like, just go to urgent care. And I'm like in so much pain. I was this close to calling 911. Shy girl, by the way. Briscoe missing out on this quality entertainment. And so I'm like, I lay in bed for like an hour, like maybe 30 minutes, and I'm like, let me go back to the bathroom. There has to be more pee in there. I will reach in there myself and unlock the pee if I have to somehow. So I'm like, I go into the bathroom, I'm like, in the bathroom trying to pee, and a drop of pee comes out. And this is what the pee felt like to come out. Let me give you a visual representation. This was me on the toilet. Okay. I shot off that toilet like it started on fire, and my butt started on fire, and I had to get away from it as fast as possible. That's how fast I launched off that toilet from the pain. Imagine if this is your first Karm stream. Well, then you would be acclimated correctly. We need to bring insane asylums back. Average Karm stream. Guys, I'm just telling you what happened over the past week. So, I'm on ChatGPT, and I'm like, this is so, I get so so insane. And the pain is hurting so bad, I can't fall back to sleep because, mind you, I'm on 2 hours of sleep. And before that, I had gone so long without sleep that I'd become delusional. So I don't know if you've ever been sleep deprived and in pain, but oh my God, it's like, it makes the pain so much worse because not only are you in pain, but now you don't even know what to do with all the pain you're in because you're completely delusional. Oh my God, Jingy Hayden, can you get out of my chat? Nobody asked, by the way. Actually, they did ask. They were like, Carmilla, can you tell us why you were missing? Sounds like an STD. That would be impossible because I'm celibate. Impossible. But I would have been worried it was one if I hadn't been so celibate. I've been celibate for quite some time now. So, but I would have been worried it was one if I wasn't. Okay, so anyways, I get so freaked out. I'm like, help me, that I go and wake up my friend. So I go wake up my friend. I'm like, wake up! I'm like, I am in so much pain right now on my urethra. It burns, help me! And he's like, and I'm like, wake up! My urethra burns! And he's like, huh? Hello? Yeah. Good morning. Wake up! I'm in pain! And he was like, and I was like, I was like, I'm in so much pain, I can't fall back to sleep. And he was like, go pee. That's my problem. I'm kidding. I don't even know what he said, but he was disoriented. And so I was like, help me. I begged for help. Bodhi is your man and Carl. Jamie Hayden, can you leave me alone? Leave me alone. Those are not my man. Neither of those people are my man. Bodhi just called me and called to say that I was a 6. Asked if I was ovulating and then called me a 6. You're Hank Hill with a narrow urethra. I think I do have a narrow urethra. Oh. So I'm saying help. And so then I ended up, I was like, I get into bed and I'm like, and I'm like, and then I end up falling back to sleep. Okay. And also during this time, I'm like spam texting the group chat, like, of everyone else sleeping in the house. I'm like, guys, I need pain medicine. Does anyone have pain medicine? So then I wake up and then I take some pain medicine and it does not work at all. The pain medicine does nothing. Thanks, ChatGPT, for telling me to take Tylenol. That don't work. Bodhi is on now. Well, he should get off. So yeah, anyways, I then wake up and I'm like, guys, I'm in so much pain, and when I'm in this amount of pain, I make it everybody else's problem, for real. I was just making it everybody else's problem, and I was like, guys, I'm in pain, my urethra hurts, and I'm telling everyone this. And then I go into my family group chat, and I just tell my parents, I'm like, Mom, Dad, I'm in so much, I was like, take me to urgent care, I need help. And I tried to go, like, get a workout in that day. I pulled up to, like, the gym, because I'm like, well, I'm not going to be not productive. And I just couldn't. I'm like, guys. And then I made it everyone else's problem. I got there. I told all the huzz that I had a burning urethra. I told everybody because I was like, guys, my urethra burns. I told everybody. Everybody, guys. The huzz. The chuzz. The cluz, Everybody had to know about my burning urethra. And I was just like, guys, wee. And it was the worst pain. And when I tell you I used to have UTIs before, I did. But never something like this. This was the Kodiak UTI. Okay? I did not get the surgery yet. He should get off Carmilla 2026. And workout people are insane. Like, oh, I hurt myself. I'm so desperate to heal enough to get to the gym and hurt myself again. I think when you become, like, gym addicted, I think, like, you have this insanity within you where, like, you think the gym will heal everything. And you're like, well, if I'm sick, I just go to the gym and push my body even harder, right? Like, that'll make me feel better. Anyways. You guys are scaring Martin. I sent the thing where he said, can we call Martin? And Martin said, oh God. Thank you, Young C for subscribing. Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you, Young. I really appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. Excuse me. So anyways, then I was like, I can't take the pain anymore. I'm at the gym, literally surrounded by all my friends. All of them. And what is this? My friend's mom is sending me us pictures of the four of us. I love when, like, friends' moms, like, take, like, a Chuz picture. Oh, he's like, oh, you guys look so cute! And then take, like, a picture and, like, And then you all look like Chuz. Well, everyone but me. Okay. Would I do a boxing match? I 100% would. I would just have to train boxing, but I totally would. I'm very feral to get back into combat again. Okay. So Martin said he's still at work, so we can't call him. Hi, Jaden. My goat is in the chat. Guys, Josh hung out with me yesterday and not Carmella. I'm stealing her mans. Whoa. Okay, back up. He's not my mans. He's not. Oh my God, my little brother. I'm not, like, trying to, like, dox my brother here, but he has what you would call potentially a girlfriend. I'm not gonna name words, but, like, the word girlfriend might be a descriptor. And she's the sweetest little angel ever. And she was, like, a fan of mine. She's like, I'm a fan of your videos, and she's in high school, and she's like, all of my school watches you, like, everyone at my school watches you. And then she's like, okay, are you dating that guy? And I was like, which one? I'm kidding. Which one? And she's like, which one? And I'm like, and she's like, the one in your trunk. He's like, oh, Josh, no, I thought everyone would get the joke that it was, like, 3 different guys. It was Martin, Josh, and Shane in all my boyfriend videos, and I'm completely single. Now everyone thinks I'm not single. This is horrible. Then what's the point of being single? So then they were like, then she was like, okay, I'll tell everyone at my school. What? We have, like, a reporter here, a journalist. Wow, asking all, like, the questions. And then she was like, so this and that, and she starts asking me questions. She's like, okay, I'm gonna go tell my school. They all know about you. Thank you for telling the people about me. Tell the people. Let them know that I'm single. So anyways, you won a Grammy? Is this true? Whatever, put the seal costume on. My brother stole it. I don't know where he put it. I know we need the purple belt versus white belt match so bad. mom versus daughter match so bad. Okay, so anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, my urethra. So then I eventually like start freaking out, and then I'm just like, Mom, drop everything you're doing and come pick me up. By the way, my car didn't work, so I couldn't drive myself. So my mom takes me to urgent care, and I go to urgent care, and I pee in a cup, which was, I didn't know I was going to have to pee in a cup. I really did not want to have to pee again after the incident. The first incident where I tried to pee, and it felt like someone just stuck a needle up there. It felt like someone stuck a needle and then set me on fire, you know? So, next thing you know, I'm at the doctor and I'm like, and they come in and like, okay, so we check your bladder. So we check your urethra. And they said, there is compounds. They said all the scientific explanation. I don't know. What did I study quantum physics and biology for? I don't know. What did I study chemistry for? Probably nothing, because I don't remember anything. But she's explaining to me about the compounds of it, and she's like, well, there is this and that in it, so that indicates a UTI. But also there is blood. You are peeing blood, and it would seem that the lining of your bladder has come out. The lining of your bladder, you're essentially peeing it out of you. And it's lots of blood, lots of lining of your bladder, essentially. What is coming out of my urethra? The lining of my bladder, you say? That's, exactly what it feels like, to be honest. Honestly, if she had said there was a child that had been, like, conceived in my bladder and it was trying to get out, I would have believed that, too. So, I was in so much pain for like, and then she was like, okay, I'm gonna give you pills for the pain in your bladder. And I was like, thank you. And then she gave me these like pills. She gave me like antibiotics, of course, which antibiotics kill me. Like, I'm just a person who cannot handle antibiotics, I guess. And they make me extremely sick. So I'm given these like pills, and they go into your bladder and they turn your pee yellow. They turn your bladder yellow. Like, it just... Hold on. They turn your pee yellow, essentially. Like, you take the pill, and the next thing you know, you're just peeing, like, yellow dye. And it actually helped with the pain, and it was the first time I had relief. But I don't think the doctors understood how much pain I was actually in, because they gave me, like, 6 of those pain pills. And then I had to ration it. I needed, like, 3 of them to sleep. Okay, to give you an idea of the pain. So I've been rationing the pain pills. So I've been still in pain, but only take them at night to to sleep. What the hell was that sound? So yeah. And then I had like an EDS flare up this week, and I'm guessing it's from stress. On Friday, I had to cancel a trip with Kyla, and it stressed me out so bad, and I felt so guilty and awful for that, like, cancellation, like, so last minute, and she, like, took off work for it and stuff. I felt so bad, my body, like, shut down. And So, like, this is how I work. Everyone is like, Carmela, like, you need to see a therapist. Do you need to see a therapist? No, I don't need to see a therapist. I'm perfect. On my brain, like, for example, Melissa is like, you have no mental illness, which is just, like, crazy considering your childhood. Like, I would just expect you to be, like, severely mentally ill, and I'm like, you know where it all went? You know where it all went? All of this mental illness that could have been in my head, it just went to my body. So every time, like, something, instead of, like, you know, like, if you have something triggering happening, and then it, like, triggers, like, a manic episode, or, like, borderline, or whatever, like some kind of, like, mental problem, like, it, like, triggers that. I will have, like, something triggering that happens to me, like, mentally, and it just, then my body just shuts down, and my hips can no longer function, I get disabled. Woe is me! Feel bad for me! Your code word remains the same? For the sleeper agents. So, and like, my friend, like, I've been telling one of my friends, like, I don't know, even, I just like, you know, like, telling him some of the stories of my life, randomly. I was just lore dropping a lot, and my friend was like, you need to see a therapist, like, you got touched too many, like, you got molested too much, like, you need to see a therapist, and I'm like, I don't even know if I need to see a therapist, because, like, when I was seeing a therapist, and the therapist was like, talk about all the things that happened to you, then I'm like, then the next thing you know, I can't walk, because I'm disabled now, because I'm thinking about all the horrible things that happened. It just, like, every single mental thing, like, manifests physically. So and, like, I don't know how to explain this to people who, like, don't have it. And it's really hard to, like, it's really hard to function in society and, like, make, you know, have a job, kind of, in a way. And I'm like, do I just tell people, like, I'm disabled? But then people don't understand that. Like, when I was with my ex, and it was, like, constant stress, constant, like, I was just constantly in, like, a horrible state of mind, I was, like, using one of those carts at Walmart, like, one of those, like, I was having to sit in, like, the drivable carts, which, by the way, those are so, like, ableist. You want to talk about ableist, guys? They don't make those carts for skinny people. You have to have weight on the cart in order for it to work. So, like, my friends who are, like, have, like, spina bifida, or, like, my friends who are, like, their disability makes them small, they can't use those carts, because it's, like, weight activated. Did you guys know that? So, like, I was like 105 pounds, and I would drive, and then it wouldn't work, and then I would, like, need someone to sit on it with me. It was so embarrassing. Oh yeah, and then the Walmart workers, I remember walking up to the Walmart workers to grab one of the carts, and they're, like, sitting on those carts. I'm like, can I have one? And they're like, are you disabled? Are you disabled? What? And, like, you don't look disabled. Do you really need this? And I'm like, give me the cart before. I'm barely even able to. I'm like, I can't even stand right now. Let me get on the. Give me the cart. Give me the cart. Give me the cart. Give me the cart. Give me the cart before I lunge at the Walmart. Before I lunge at the Walmart worker. I'm 5'7", Shoddy. How tall is you, Charm? I'm 5'7" as well. So I have to keep my stress levels down in order to prevent any flare-ups in my pain. And I've done a fantastic job at it. A very good job, but there's just, I haven't been, for some reason the trip thing stressed me out so much. I got so stressed from canceling the trip. I literally, like, I couldn't, for the entire day, I was like, ah! I was out of commission. And I was like, Sorry, my hair just looked good for a second. I was gonna go see Kyla in New York, and then I had to cancel because of the snowstorm, and it stressed me out so bad that so then all week I've just had, like, so much. That's the sound my hips make when I walk. Yeah, you can try to guess my MBTI type. I forgot what it was. Carm loves the short guys, bro. Yeah. My mom sat at dinner the other day. We were, like, eating dinner with my whole family. And my mom was like, why do you like short guys, Carmilla? Why are you always liking short? Call me out. I'm trying to just eat my beans and rice, and you're over here accusing me of being some kind of fetish pervert person who just likes short guys or fetishizes short guys like some freak. But anyways, and then I just was out of commission all week. And I have to get back to my work tomorrow. I have to get back to my job that I just started doing, and I'm horrified. I'm like, I don't know how to explain this. I'm like, I just tell people, like, I'm having a health problem, and I'm like, no, I just always am gonna have health problems. I don't know how to fix it. But do you want a guy who matches your height? Yeah. I like guys my own height. Like, my favorite height is probably, like, 5'8", 5'9", 5'10". 5'7" is okay, but I prefer, like, 5'8" at least. But once a guy gets to, like, 6'1" or 6'2", then that's, like, me making exceptions. You have to just be, like, really insanely, like, beautiful to... No, that's not true, because there's this one guy who's, like, 6 something, and he's, like, beautiful. He's perfect. Legit, low-Kirkinianly perfect. And I was climbing that tree, y'all. I was going in and out animal style with that. In and out animal style with that tree. We went in and out animal style. Kind of like, I don't like to feel dominant. I just don't like to feel like, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna look all the way up at you and you're gonna look all the way down at me, like some perverted relationship where I'm just a child. And I'm kidding. What's up with the job? It's actually not a job. It's just this project I'm working on that's basically a job because all these people rely on it, me working and doing something for. Okay, anyways. Would you date women? Would I date a woman? Me? Redacted. You actually thought Carm had a job? Dad, did you guys actually think I had a job? Are you stupid? Okay, so anyways. My aunt lunges at Walmart workers. I might lunge at one day. I might. They just don't get paid enough to like be defending Walmart the way that they do. You know, they're acting like they're the National Guard. What's your benefits? Once I had a conversation with a Walmart worker, you would have thought that they actually like got into a enslavement contract and they were just like accidentally a slave. You would have thought they were like an indentured servant by the way they describe their job. And like the impact that working for Walmart had on their life, because they were just treated so horribly. Next thing you know, these Walmart workers will just defend Walmart with their life. So like the cart thing. Like, are you disabled? Do you have the right to? Yeah, I'm just gonna like pull up my medical history for. Yeah, you want my medical history? Okay, we can. Let me just get my binder out for you. You idiot. You idiot. I don't know what jackass is. How many times have you been arrested? I was never arrested, but there was twice where I almost got arrested. The first time that they were saying that I was going to get arrested was my first. I don't know if y'all have had, like, there's a special type of trauma that comes with police encounters. Ooh. My first time was when I was 10. And it was the worst day of my life. The police got me. Just kidding, my parents. Okay, I don't want to say this too loud because my parents are going to hear this. And then they're going to be like, why are you putting your business on the internet? This is my business! Okay? But when I was younger, somebody, I'm not going to name names, but it definitely wasn't me. Somebody was watching porn on the computer. Okay? And on my phone and on my mom's phone. Someone was watching porn. Okay? We're a very religious household. That's a big no. And it just so happened that this time where this was a time where we were homeless. So we were like actually at a friend's house during this time. So this friend was selling property. So one day someone comes and knocks on our door. This is my most traumatic story. Well, a lot. No, there's worse. Okay, no, but this stands out as like maybe one of the scariest days of my life. Okay, so one day, we get a knock on the door at our friend's house because we're like house sitting for them while they're gone, because we had nowhere else to live. And it was the sheriff. And the sheriff was like, yo, like, hey, no, don't be scared. I'm just a sheriff. Don't worry about me. But I want to buy some of your property. And we're like, my parents were like, nah, we don't own that property, but we'll pass it on to the owner. Wait, you're the sheriff? Wait, can I get your contact information? And then the sheriff was like, yeah. And they're like, well, hey, my dad decides to call in a little favor from the sheriff for whatever. He's like, hey, my kids, one of my fuck ass kids is watching porn, and I need you to scare the ever-loving shit out of my kids. Scare the ever-loving shit out of them so that they don't watch any more porn. And he was like, well, it just so happens there's a lot I could do with that. That's actually, I kind of specialize in this. I specialize in, it was kind of dark. It's trigger warning, I guess. He like specialized in, cracking down on people who watch illegal stuff on the internet. Or something like that. And so my dad was like, perfect. I need you to really scare these kids. Yeah, he specializes in porn. So deputy porn specializer comes around. And this is a small town, guys. So this guy has just nothing better to do with his time. The sheriff. And I don't think my mom knew what exactly was about to happen. In fact, my mom was shocked. So they couldn't figure out who was watching the porn. But I got blamed because when I was like a few years back, they found me looking up naked Minecraft characters. Hey, a lot of people did that, okay? A lot of people were... a lot of people did that, okay? So they thought I was the gooner of the family. Which I was, but not this time. Not this time. I was not this time. Not I, said Carmela. I was so villager naked. Not I, said Carmela, because I was so ashamed of my past that everyone found out that I was looking up naked Minecraft characters that I never looked up porn again. Actually, I did. Actually, as a matter of fact, before all of this went down, approximately 3 weeks prior, I had a little iPhone, and I just hit puberty. Okay. I didn't know what my body was supposed to look like. I didn't take sex ed. I was homeschooled. Nobody explained this to me. Nobody. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Why am I developing? Wait, what's this growing here? It was my Arby's. But, I was horrified by, like, how I was developing. I was like, what is going on with my... Nobody explained it to me. I had no idea what was going on. So I look up naked woman. And then I kept looking up naked women. And then I got a little bit addicted to that. So, and then I stopped and I was like, oh! This is horrible! And I was so ashamed of it at some point. Like, I was a little curious for, like, maybe a week. But then I stopped. I was like, no more! I was 12, by the way, this time. And there was a lot of questionable stuff in my search history, right? But I deleted it on my phone. That was my little iPhone. But I deleted all my history. Well, now, here we are at my friend's house. And what had happened... Ah! What was that sound? What the hell? Someone just bought merch. That was oh my god, that scared me so bad. Oh my god. Oh my god, that scared me. I didn't know that's what it said. Oh my god, thank you, Ninjoid! Ninjoid, that was you? Thank you so much for... Oh, thank you so much! Sorry for scaring you. No, thank you. Excuse me. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Wow, thank you so much. Here, this is my merch, by the way. I think this is a very appropriate thing to wear for this story time. I don't nuke the VODs. I unfortunately don't. I just have no dignity on the internet. Everyone is like, Carmela, you're so good for not having an OF. Oh, really? Like, at least your dignity is intact. Oh, is it? Is it? Is my dignity? Oh, I'm glad you think it's intact. I'm glad you think that. Carm, people love my sweater. Are you serious? Are you talking? Oh my god, I almost called you Martin. Okay. Are you serious, Guabasha? Are you serious? They like your I'm not a gooner sweater? My mom didn't like it. Okay. So this is actually a very appropriate shirt for this story, I believe. Okay, let me move the mic so you can actually see my shirt. Okay. Okay. Look at my shirt. Okay, perfect. Okay. So, let me continue the story. Thank you so much, Nindroid. I really appreciate it. That was I was like, what was that sound? That scared the ever-loving bejesus out of me. Okay. So anyway, so let me tell you. So the story is going where we're at our friend's house. Suddenly there's corn history showing up everywhere. And I'm to blame because I was caught 4 years prior. 4 years when I was 8. Looking up naked Minecraft characters. Sue me. I was a little bit of a gooner. Oh, no, okay. Okay, so I was to blame. But in fact, the history that they were finding was not mine. I actually had been looking it up, like maybe 3 months prior. I mean, I had my reasons, but like, you know, it did go on a little longer than maybe like the educational purpose. It kind of like the educational purposes of looking that up kind of like, it got to a point where I was just a little bit curious. Okay, but it don't matter. That don't matter. They found history that was not mine. I mean, I had done it, but that was not mine. What they were finding was not mine. But here's the thing. They found it on my phone. And I told them. I was like, Mom, I found this on my phone. Why would I admit to my own wrongdoings? Why would I admit to that? Someone was going on every device, just fapping it, I guess. Okay. And including my device. But here's where I also got a little bit embarrassed. Here was also my fear. You want to know what happened? I was still a weird child. Something was still wrong with me. I also stopped using my phone. I had my little iPhone, but I stopped using it completely because I was just like getting really paranoid that people would find my search history somehow, even though I deleted it. So I just stopped using it, and I just kind of like let that phone like dissipate into the distance. I just was like, I'm gonna throw this. I was like, can I just throw this phone into the river? Like, how can I get rid of this phone? Do I throw it in the woods really far? Like, how can I hide my tracks? I was just really scared someone would somehow like do forensics on my phone. So I was like using my mom's phone for stuff, and I needed to look something up important. So one day I look up on my mom's phone. Okay, this was a very big problem for me. I had a very serious issue. And I needed to find if people had the cure somewhere on the internet. I had a very serious issue of sounding very loud when I pooped. So I was looking up how to poop silently. How to not fart loud when you poop. How to not make very loud noises when you poop. Because every time I went into the bathroom, it sounded like a shotgun. Like, I think I had like a serious problem. And it just randomly stopped one day, like grunting. No, it was like brrr, like farting so much. It was so bad. And I was so embarrassed, and like, so I was looking up and I was going down rabbit holes on Reddit on how to poop silently. And then I was like, I can do a lot of things silently. So then I looked up how to rob a house silently. Okay, I wanted to know that because I was just morbidly curious, okay? That had nothing to do with any intentions. I also looked up how to talk to animals. And this was like my search history in the span of maybe 20 minutes, maybe an hour, maybe 2. And I do believe I learned how to talk to animals. I tested it out on my dog. And I think that we telepathically communicated. So, but nonetheless, I was aware that search history was embarrassing, so I deleted it. Especially the how to rob a house and how to poop silently. Well, I deleted it. So I had some skeletons in my closet in this situation. So when I heard the threats of, we're going to, my parents said something very threatening. They said, we're going to take our devices to the police station and we're going to have them do forensics on the search history. No. 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 I was innocent on the bad search history. I was innocent on the porn. I was not innocent on the other things. I had some skeletons in my closet. So, they couldn't figure out who was looking up this stuff, and my mom and dad, they would have whole conversations in front of me as if I wasn't sitting right there, and I could hear everything that they were saying. They thought I was just like stupid. They thought that like if they like whispered things that like I couldn't hear it, and they're like, Carmela's definitely watching porn. And I'm thinking, stop! Stop! I'm right here! And I would like debate if I should ever like break the fourth wall. Like, will I sound more guilty if I say no and defend myself? And so it was like constant like looming over my head during this mystery of who's looking up the porn. It's like, and it's all, and all, including the person who was doing it, slimed me out and was like, Carmela, I saw her doing it. Hey, you did not see me do anything, okay? Even the person who was doing it was sliming me out, and I knew exactly who it was. It was clear as day to me. But that's just my life, I guess. I just figured things out before everyone else does, and I get slimed out. And then the actual perpetrator just gets away. That's just the story of my life. So next thing you know, and mind you, this is the history in question was just perfectly like normal. It wasn't like nothing illegal. It was like naked butt. It was like that. Okay, because like that. At least that's what had showed up. When my phone was used to do it, it was like when I saw the search history. It was like naked butt, naked boobies. Okay, keep that in mind. One day, my mom says, "Everybody get in the car. We're going to this store." So I get in the car. And as we're going there, my mom says, "Hey guys, we are going to meet with the sheriff today to have a talk about pornography." Mm. And I had brought my phone for whatever reason. I don't know why I brought my phone. I had my phone. And then my mom was like, "Give me your phone, Carmela." That was the phone with the action. That phone did have, I mean, it was deleted history, but I mean, like, in my head, I'm like, they're going to do forensics on this phone. And they're going to find the actual porn I was looking up from 2 months ago. And I was horrified. I was praying to God, begging God. I was like, "God, please." We get to the sheriff's office. Little did my mom know that my dad put in a very special request to the sheriff. My dad said, "Put the fear of God in them. I don't care if they have to go to jail." Something like that. He was talking about me! He thought it was me! He wanted me to suffer! It was targeted towards me. Because, like, my other siblings were too young for, like, juvie, right? I was old enough for juvie. Not everybody else was not, okay? And you might be like, juvie? Like, why are we jumping to conclusions here? Like, like, you can't go to juvie for corn. Oh, yes, you can, apparently. Apparently, yes, you can. So, we're sitting in front of, and it actually it was an interrogation room. It was not a talk about porn. It wasn't like, here's the dangers of porn. No. It kind of started off that way, but it descended into interrogation. So there I was being interrogated by the police at 12 years old. And mind you, my parents told the sheriff, his name is Harmony, Officer Harmony. Officer Harmony or whatever. And Harmony is like, he has been told, Officer Harmony has now been told that it was me. Which I will admit to the stuff before, not to my parents. I will admit to you guys the stuff before in a Minecraft or whatever. Not this. And if it was me, it wouldn't be like naked butt. It would have been girls kissing. You know, like I was a little bit gay in my it doesn't matter. Okay. So Officer Harmony begins to interrogate us. And this is what I'm told by him. He said, well, it starts off. This is how it starts off. What's the worst thing you've ever seen? And I was a smart little cookie of a child. I was smart. I was like, I'm going to tell him the worst thing. I'm going to be like, my dad robbed a bank. No, I was like, I already was seeking revenge against my father for this. I was like, I'm going to get him back for this. He's like, what's the worst thing you ever saw? And I was like, I saw a dog get hit by a car. Like I was like, I'm going to like I was just thinking of all the ways that I would just take revenge on my father for this. I was so mad. So I'm like, the worst thing I ever saw? Lawrence, thank you so much for giving this up to Stinston. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Lawrence. Thank you, Lawrence. And I said the worst thing I ever saw was a dog get hit by a car, which was not true at all. I was playing chess, he was playing checkers, okay? I said, I saw a dog get hit by a car. I mean, I did see a dog get hit by a car, it just wasn't the worst. And my mom was horrified already. My mom was like, this is not a pornography talk. This is like interrogation. My mom was like... And... Harmony is like, the worst thing I ever saw was my mother got shot in the face by my father. You've never seen shit in your life. You've never seen real pain. I saw blood like pouring out of my mom's face, and her face got blown off right in front of me, and my dad did it. And I was just like, why he got a trauma dump on us? What the fuck? This is not therapy, buddy. And he's like, yeah, my mom's head got blown straight off in front of me by my father. And I was next, but I ran away. And no, he's explaining it like this. He's like, and then there was blood everywhere. And my mom was dead. And then I had to live without a mommy. She was gone forever. Matt GTV, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much. Jace Neme. Bro said, you ever seen a man scream with no lungs? It was literally that. It was literally the same energy of like, you ever seen a man scream with no lungs? It was like, terrifying. Thank you so much, Mad GTV. This sounds more traumatizing than Literally, it was the worst thing ever. it gets worse. It gets worse. Okay. Are you supposed to be famous? Yes, I'm famous. I'm literally so famous. Do you not know me? You didn't see my Grammy nomination? You didn't see that? Thank you so much, Mad GTV, for subscribing. 14 months of trauma. So there I was. And he just starts trauma dumping about all these horrible things. And he's like, porn. You know what's really dangerous about porn? And instead of him going into like the psychological dangers, like it will ruin your perception of relationships and women and life, and it can cause all these psychological issues. No. He took a much more horrifying route. He said, are you guys aware that are you aware you're like 12 years old, right? How is a 12-year-old gonna tell the difference between a naked adult and a naked underage person? I guarantee you, if I went through this history, if you even opened up one image of somebody who had been kidnapped, somebody who had been underage, if you had just opened up one image without knowing, because you wouldn't be able to tell because you're just a kid. If you had just, I would be able to see in the front, we're going to run forensics on the phones and the computers. I would be able to see if you opened up just one link that linked to something illegal. And then I would be able to prosecute you for it. And I'm over here like, wait! That was not me! I'm like, this was my genuine reaction. And he said, you're old enough to go to juvie for this. And what? And like, as an adult, I think that like your mind would be able to be like, what? That makes no sense. As a 12-year-old, I thought my life was over. I've been framed for a crime I did not commit. And I was like, and then he was like, you know what happens to kids in juvie? They aren't treated very well by the other kids. And when you go to juvie, that stays on your record. No, it doesn't. He's just lying, bro. Well, I don't know. And he starts saying, like, I'm going to do forensics, and I'm going to specifically search for something illegal. I'm going to go through every single link and image and age check. This is his exact words. Word for word, he said, he's going to go through every link and image and everything that was clicked, and he's going to age check every single person from every, like, picture or video. And I was like, he's like, it was like your life is over, buddy. I was like, as a kid and you're hearing this. I was genuinely thinking my life was over forever. This was the worst day of my life. I bet he loves age checking. Right? Right? I'm like, this pervert! Why are you specialized in this? Okay. Then he just keeps like interrogating. And he's like, now I'm going to ask you, did you or did you not do this? And I'm like, no. And then he goes through he's like, each of my siblings, did you or did you not do this? Did you or did you not do it? And we all said no. And he's like, so if I put you on a polygraph, and he just was focused on me the entire time thinking it was me. He's like, so if I put you on a polygraph test, what are you going to do? And I said, put me on a polygraph. He's like, who wants to go first? And I said, I'm going first. I'm good. But here's the thing. I was so scared. I knew how polygraph tests work because I was a little bit of a nerd. So I knew everything about polygraph tests. I knew how they worked, and I was like completely bluffing. I said yes to the polygraph test literally just to like get him off my case, to like throw a curveball in there. But I knew for a fact I was so scared in that moment. Like I was so scared I was seeing I had tunnel vision and I was beginning to faint. Like I was on the verge of like just falling out of my chair and fainting. I was so close to just fainting or like having a panic attack. And my heart was like beating so loud. I was hearing it in my ears and was like echoing. Like I was so scared. And I'm like, I would fail it. I knew I would fail it. But I said yes to it anyways. Because I was like, I'm going to throw him off my case. Because I'm a genius. And I was also like obsessed with the arrow at that time. I was obsessed with the arrow when I was a little kid. And in the arrow, he gets polygraph tested a lot. So I was like, I'm over. Life is, and that's how I got obsessed with polygraph tests. I thought he was a creep. I thought so too. Thank you guys for saying that, because I feel like it was creepy. Like he was acting creepy, like towards us. Like it, and I'm like summarizing a lot of like this interrogation, but it was just weird. Like, and my mom was sitting there the whole time like this. Like just frozen and like, what do I do? Like a state of like, what do I do in this situation? Because like, I never asked her about this, but I would like assume she would be like, I mean, you can't just like take your kids home, because then it like raises suspicion as a parent. Like, oh, why are you just pulling your kids out of the interrogation room? That's kind of weird. Like, it not only was it like a power trip for this like police officer, because he lived in a small town. I'm like, how many people does he get to like interrogate realistically? This is probably like what he's trained his whole life for. But he was just like obsessed with this. It was so weird. It was so weird. I felt so creeped out by this guy. And next thing that you know, they figured out it wasn't me. And then they got my other brother, who didn't even do it, and just screamed at him. Then made us all leave the room and just screamed at my little brother. And my mom was like, what the? We're all just like, what the fuck is going on? And my little brother's crying. And it was like my brother, who's like the sweetest one, like the most shy. No, they're all sweet. Was the shyest one. And he was like getting screamed at by the police. And I like started crying, and I'm like, I was like, I knew it wasn't him, and I was like crying, and I was like, no, it wasn't him. I know it wasn't. Stop. And we can hear my brother from the other room just crying and screaming like, hey, no, I just stop. And then we hear the cop being like, you're going, like, do you know what happens to people who do this? Do you know what happens to, like, the cop is just like losing his mind. And then my mom intervened and stopped it. And then we went and got Taco Bell, and I didn't really feel that hungry for Taco Bell. I had no appetite for like 6 years after that. And that was how I first started. That was the first time that I dealt with the police. Look at my highlights, guys. They're so beautiful. They're still like intact. I don't know how like these highlights, like, they grew out so well. Like, they don't look bad at all. Carm babysitting, giving kids Jello shots. Hey, God. Hey, Lawrence. It was margarita slushies. Stop lying. What happened to the guilty brother? He just got like a stern talking to. He didn't even get yelled at, bro. He like, I don't even know why like the other like siblings, I don't know why we even got like interrogated like that. Because once he figured out who it was like, oh, you're good. It was like, what? Because there was no like, there was nothing. I don't even know if is that a thing? To this day I don't know if I could have actually gotten in trouble, like to juvie for it, but that was like the worst day of my life. It like caused irreparable damage to my brain chemistry. I was like, for the rest of my life, I had this like fear, even to this day, of like going to prison. Like, I'm terrified of going to prison ever since that day, because when you have like a moment of like, I don't know if anyone of you have ever been to jail or anything, but like if you have like a moment of like your freedom gets threatened, for the rest of your days, you're grateful for like every moment that you're free. And that sounds so dramatic, but like the way that he was like framing this like whole imprisonment situation, I was just grateful to be out in the free world. I was grateful to be a free woman after this. I was just grateful to breathe air outside. That cop works for ICE now. No, literally, these are the same type of idiots who would work for ICE. Literally. This is the same like character type of an idiot. I almost said power bottom, maybe. Power tripping loony loser who would work for ICE. Your brother better happen to him better of my And so, Ossifer Harmony, such a weirdo, bro. Did the cop deport you? If he deported me, I would have liked it, because jokes on him, I like Latinos. Just deport me. Hopefully Harmony didn't make it to 2026. Oh, to this day, I know where he lives. I know exactly where he lives. I know his address. Revenge is in God's hands. You know in the Revenant, I watched The Revenant the other day, and at the end of the movie, he's like, the whole movie is him like seeking revenge on this guy, and by the time he finally gets to this guy and he's like maiming this guy and beating him up, then the Native Americans come over, and then he sees the Native Americans across the river, and then he sees this guy he's maiming, and he's like, and he looks at the Native Americans, he looks at the guy that he's like beating up, who killed his son, and he's getting revenge on this guy, and then he's like, he says, revenge is in God's hands. And then he sends the guy down the river, and then the Native Americans just scalp him. That's me. Revenge is in God's hands. I always feel like anyone who does me wrong, even if it's like not even too wrong, even if whatever wrong they did was like just the slightest like slight, and I always feel like I'll always hear like a horror story about them later on. Like, oh yeah, that person who did whatever, like they ended up in a blender. Like, they just like had a series of unfortunate events ever since they did that to you. And I'm like, that's what they get. I don't even need to like be vengeful, because I feel like every single person who's ever done anything, always just something horrible happens to them. So, revenge is in God's hands, Harmony. I hope your house starts on fire. I hope your car blows up and you're in it, actually. But that was just a movie. Well, I just like the way he said it. Revenge is in God's hands. I just like how he said it. I don't even care if it was inaccurate. Revenge is in God's hands. ChatGPT, avenge me. ChatGPT, avenge me. Can you hear me, ChatGPT? Can you hear me, ChatGPT? Probably can, because he's listening on my microphone. Are you a witch? Maybe I am a witch. Who knows? So, yeah, it was margarita slushies, Lawrence. It was not Jell-O shots I was feeding to the children. It was margarita slushy. Okay, you guys want to hear the story about how I babysat a bunch of kids? I was a babysitter when I was 9. Yeah, whose idea was that? I don't know. When I was a kid, I was like the oldest child always, and everyone else was young. So if you're always like, and if you're like, Carmela has like weird social issues. Yeah, my only friends were like either like 5 years older than me or 5 years younger. There was like no in between. I maybe had like 3 total friends in my life growing up that were my actual age because I was homeschooled. Okay, so this is the story. So there we were. All of these moms, there was like all these moms and all these kids. We were like in this like lake house. Like someone had like rented out a lake house, and so like all the family friends got together, and they're like, okay, Carmela, can you like babysit all 9 of our children, of our evil little our evil Knievel conniving little evil little children. I mean, some of the kids were like normal, but like most of these kids were just like problematic. Like, who was raising these people? The same people who was raising these kids was the same people who left them with a 9-year-old to babysit them. So they're like, okay, we're gonna go out on the lake, Carmela, babysit all 9 of the children. And I was like, okay. Okay, guys. Y'all, these kids, they were like, can you like comprehend 9 children? All under the ages of like 6. Well, I don't know how old they were, but they were like, it was like toddlers all the way up to maybe my own age. No, there wasn't even any kids my own age. Bro, these kids were like insane. And they were literally like, if I could like describe, like, I mean, literally, I think they were literally bouncing off the walls. And they were like, I want to go outside. And I'm like trying to keep like 9 children from like wreaking havoc. Well, it got to the point where all the kids were hungry. And when kids get hungry, they get hangry easily. So all the kids start crying and begging me for food. And I'm like, okay, let me look in the fridge. Well, the fridge had nothing in it. There was nothing. I'm like, what do I feed the 9 demonic little creatures that I'm in charge of? I think 9 kids is a classroom, but I could be wrong. I open up the fridge, there's nothing in the fridge. I open up the freezer. There were slushies. Thank heaven! I was like, these kids need something. Like, I was like, these look delicious. I never had slushies before. I never had slushies, and because my parents were healthy, and honestly, that's the best thing my parents ever did. I really appreciate that my parents never like let me eat unhealthy food, because I mean, like, it got to a like, I didn't eat unhealthy food. Like, I didn't eat McDonald's growing up. I didn't eat like drink soda. I wasn't allowed like to eat food like that. So it got like, if I did eat unhealthy food, I would like throw up because I was not used to it. I think that's how I turned out so perfect. I'm kidding. That was satire, obviously. So anyways, I grabbed the slushies and I'm like, there's like 6 slushies in here. Let's go. So I'm like, y'all, we got slushies. Everyone come onto the like they all gather around in the kitchen, and I just feed all the kids the slushies, including myself. And I was like, this is the best tasting slushie I ever had. Like, it just had this like tingly like taste that I had never tasted before. It just like, it really like, it was like this fruity little like tangy like, fool, I can't put my finger on why this is just such a good delicious like snack. And so I'm like, this is so delicious, and like we just start gobbling up. We were like the hungry little hippos, and we start gobbling up the slushies. Mind you, the parents could have been gone for just 30 minutes. I have no idea. I genuinely don't know. But in my in the time in my head, how long they were gone, it was probably like an hour. They could have been gone for 15 minutes. I don't know. But it felt like it was a long time of me watching these little rugrats. So, next thing you know, we all feel like, eee! And then the parents get home, and they're like, Carmela, hello? And they're like, how are the kids? I'm like, the kids are good. And then they go into the kitchen and they see like 6 slushy wrappers out on the table. And they were like, oh my God. Carmela! What did you feed this to the kids? And I was like, yeah. Yeah. And they were like, Carmela, this is alcohol! What's that? What's alcohol? And they're like, this is margarita slushies. Are you kidding me? And you know who was yelling at me? One of the kids' moms. Just yelling at me and chewing me out. I was 9. And she was like, Carmela, you, like, this doesn't even belong to us. Like, these margarita slushies belong to the owner of the house. Like, did you feed this to the kids? And I'm just, like, getting chewed out. Like, absolutely chewed out. To this day, I seek revenge on that woman. You know what? Every day that I hear something bad about that woman, I'm like, I find it hard to have some empathy for her. And when I say bad things, it's just financial struggles that I keep, and I'm like, you know what? You know what? I'm not gonna like boast about it or feel good that you're financially struggling these days. No, it's not financial struggles. You know what it is, guys? I'm sorry. Her marital issues are pretty bad. Her husband disappoints her every single day that they are married. They have a very bad marriage, apparently. And I'm like, you know what? I don't feel that bad for you. You were so mean to me. And you left me with all these idiots! That was my first time getting drunk, yes. No, I find it in my heart to feel bad for her. No, but she also had a pattern of being rude to me. Oh, actually, I don't feel bad for her at all. When she was homeless, I let her, me, the 9-year-old, just kidding, my parents let her live at her house. She was the worst guest. Let me just give you a reference. Her kids stuffed food in between our couches, in between our beds, like the mattress and the mattress frame, and in our walls. Like, we had unfinished walls in our basement, and they were shoving food into the fiberglass and trash. I actually, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on that woman. Don't even get me started. But anyways, yes, that's the story how I got all the children drunk when I was a babysitter, and that was an accident. I didn't know what alcohol was. $10,000 to Miss Alice for staying on carpet. Well, are the dings merch? Oh, the dings are not merch. The merch would be like cha-ching or something. I haven't promoted my merch at all. I need to promote it. I just like made it. And you guys are buying it still. 1 second. So anyways, what was I on? I'm just trauma dumping too much today. I'm sick of hearing myself complain. I'm going to talk about all the good things. So, the good things, starting with, it's a full moon, which means your recent mate, the last time I mated with somebody, guys, the last time I mated with someone was just long ago. It was so long ago, I don't remember what it's like to be mated with. Y'all, my computer scared me so bad earlier. It stopped working. Okay, so anyways. I apologize for my tiredness. I apologize for my unproductivity, guys, and that I wasn't streaming. Oh, I got a V3 though. Even I was like, okay, so when I went, like, yeah, guys, I've been too tired to stream, but I can do a V3. So I did a V3 at the gym. I can only do V2s, or like up until this point, I'd only ever done V2s. So like in the climbing gym, I don't climb. I do not rock climb. I'm not really a fan of rock climbing. I like to fight people. I prefer, not like fight, but I like combat sports way more. I don't know if I'm like a fan of, I wonder if people are ever like, we're mating so hard right now. Oh, yeah, we're mating so hard, guys. We're mating so hard. Oh, my God, this mating is getting out of control. This is mating really crazy right now. I can't stop mating right now. This is too much mating. We're mating so hard right now. They probably do that. Definitely. Mating in and out animal style. So anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the V3. So I'm going to go back to jiu-jitsu for the first time tomorrow, and I haven't been back there in forever. Literally forever. I don't even know how to pull guard anymore. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to just feel like a big chud at the jiu-jitsu gym, and I'm just going to go there and not know what I'm doing with my body. I'm not going to know anything about what I'm doing. I'm just going to feel like a chud at the jiu-jitsu gym. I'm going to be a chud. I'm going to be a little chud jiu-jitsuer, and I'm going to be a little chud fighter, and I'm not going to know what I'm doing. And so I'm gonna go there, but it's okay. I took a 4-month break. Guys, do never let yourself be stopped. You know, if you do not let yourself be stopped. Do not let yourself be stopped. If you are too scared to go back into doing something that you took a long break from, don't get too caught up on the progress of like, oh, I lost progress, there's no point. The point is to just go. The point isn't to like get progress. The point is to just show up. Hello, Kirk Genuinely. So anyways, when I first saw you, I thought you were Billie Eilish. Thank you. Just a fat fucking chud. So then, so I'm gonna go back there. But I was going to the climbing gym a lot. Which, not really a lot. I just kind of go there and wander. I don't even know. I don't even climb. I make it seem like I climb. I really don't. I just go there and I put shoes on and I wander around. And like maybe once in a blue moon, I'll actually get on the wall. But I hit a V3, guys. Which is, there's like V1, V2, V3, and then it just goes more and more and more. And I think it goes like V15. I don't even know how much further it can go. But I was on V2, and I could only do V2. And we even did a whole YouTube video where Josh was trying to get me to do a V3, and I couldn't do a V3. And then, a friend of Josh's and Martin's, he was like, no, I think you could get this V3. And it was a dyno, and it's like basically I had to jump, like part of the okay, I guess we can watch it. I was gonna be like, I don't have the video, but my little perverted Reddit. Okay, can I just say, guys, my Reddit has become an absolute meme in my friend group. My Reddit has become a genuine, like, joke in my friend group. Like, everyone just makes fun of our Reddit, guys, because it just turned into a gooner, like, Reddit. So it's like kind of the constant joke in my friend group. It's like, oh no, the Redditors are like Carmela's Reddit community is going to, like, clip this, or, like, it's just, like, a joke now. My favorite part is when you shouted out someone else. Yeah, it was Benton, like, their friend Benton. Oh my god, where's my camera? Oh my god, hold on, chat. I need to create a camera source. No! Hold on, hold on, guys, 1 second, video capture. Hold on, add source. Add source. Okay, can you guys see me? Okay. Jeez Louise. Game capture. What you see in her, you ain't seen in me. But I guess it was all just make believe. Oh, I never knew what I was missing, but I knew once we start kissing, I found you. Rainy days fade away when you come around. Please tell me, baby, why you go so far away. Sorry, I got distracted. Why you go love? I never knew what I was missing. Okay, sorry. What? Sorry, what got into me? Let me go look on this Reddit. Okay, guys. So oh my god, why is there so many? Okay. Wow, this hit a banger with this one. Okay. This was my V3. Okay, watch and observe. A gay rock climber is trying to teach you something. Okay. Okay, so I know. Okay, so this was my okay, so this was it. So basically I was like so this guy Benton, he was like, I think you can do this, and I was like, no, I know I can't, but I was kind of having like some confidence. I was like no, I can't, but like I'll like jokingly do it. So he taught me the meta for it, like he taught me what to do, and then I tried it like one time. I did half of it, and then I did the other half, and I was like, okay, I mean, I'm not gonna get this. So, but Benton was like, no, can I just film it? And I was like, yeah, okay. So Benton is filming, and so I'm like, watch me get a V3. This is my first V3.
Okay, I'm sending my first V3.
And I was like, there's no way I'm actually getting this. This is my thoughts. I'm like, there's no way. I'm just gonna fall. Like, I just fully expected and like accepted that I was gonna fall and die. And then I was like, wait a minute, I did it. I was in shock. You should have seen the shock on my face. I was like, wait, I actually thought I was just gonna fall. Like, the entire time I was going up, I was just like, I'm just gonna fall, and I accept that. It's okay. Bro, I didn't actually think... Okay, of course the Gooners, for obvious reasons, got a hold of this video, but I legitimately thought I wasn't gonna get it, and I did. And it's so that's like a harder than normal V3 for like, because you like jump. Like so I really was not, and I was like, I can't even get a normal V3. There's no way I could get this. But oh my god, guys, that was my actual first V3 cotton camera. Slender, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you so much for the bits. Whose handprint was that? That was mine. There would not be. Everyone was like, whose handprint was that? Mine. I have a really big manly hand. And everyone's saying my butt looks good, which I really appreciate it, but I'm like, I haven't been to the gym in many moons. It could have been bigger. Okay. But W angles. I really was not doing those angles on purpose. In fact, okay, this is something so interesting I've realized. I'm so used to being like a chud in a way. But hear me out. Actually, you don't need to hear me out about that. Okay, I'm used to, like, I'm flat-chested. Okay, I'm flat-chested, and I've always had a flat butt as well to go with it being a flat chest. So in my mind, I feel very unsexual about my body in a way. Like, I just don't, there's nothing really sexualized. Like, I was just always been like, I'm like a little stick figure, and everyone and their mamas that I've always known my entire life, literally everyone and their mothers, literally mothers would say this about me. They'd be like, you are built like a 12-year-old. You're built like a little boy. I've been told that so much. But then I started gaining weight recently and working out my butt, and now I'm like, wait, I feel like this is such a weird feeling. I'm like, wow, I actually like don't look like too much like a boy anymore. I'm like, wait. So, but also in that way, I kind of just dress the same. It's kind of if I got a boob job. If I got a boob job, it would take me a minute to catch up with the fact that I have boobs, and then I'd be like, I would be just probably wearing really inappropriate outfits because I just haven't caught up with the fact that, like, there's something inappropriate about my body, I guess, or sexual about it. But yeah, I started working out my butt, and now I feel like my butt is like, I'm like, yeah, I can't just like show it in videos now. I can't just like turn around because, but it's not even something that I'm gonna hide because I'm way too proud of all of how far I've come. It used to be like nearly inverted how bad it was. Okay. Yeah, I'm working on my wedding cakes, and it's really my butt is nowhere near where I want it to be. It's just I haven't been at the gym in a minute. I mean, I go to the gym, it's just I haven't had a real workout in a while. How did you get such a dumpy? Just working out and beans and rice and steak. You have to just, like, if you want a big butt, can't be eating little rabbit foods, guys. You can't be eating squirrel food. You gotta, like, if you want a big butt, you genuinely, like, eat food, bro. Eat food, but work out your butt. And also don't just work out your butt, because I was working out just my butt because I was like, I like my skinny legs. Well, guess what? If you have big butt muscles but no muscles to support the big butt muscles, then you're gonna get like chronic back pain. So anyways, the same butt that was far too loud pooping. Yes, I have a big butt, a loud butt. Do you like men with big butt? I don't care about men's butt. But, you know, I care about men with big boobs. I'm kidding. No, I'm not. Maybe the bigger butt is causing the farts, maybe. But they really did go away, to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about my butt. What is this picture, Lawrence? How are you doing that? Is that an emote? What was I talking about? So, yeah, I hit the dyno, and I felt so good about myself, guys. You have no idea. You have no idea how good I felt about myself for hitting that rock climbing thing. Because I didn't even like rock climbing, and I didn't even do it very much. And then I did that, and then I was like, wow. I was so good about myself. But I don't want to get addicted to rock climbing. That would be the last thing. I'd rather get addicted to heroin before I got addicted to rock climbing. It's more embarrassing to get addicted to heroin or maybe even furry porn than it is to get addicted to rock climbing. So, you're so funny, Acrocosm. That's such a funny thing to say and true. Actually, yes. Yes. That's a really funny comment. You should rock climb. It's a super good workout. Yeah, I have, like, in the times that I have rock climbed, I'm like, this is a goated workout. I would love to do once I feel like I'm, like, more fit. But I also, like, in my mind, I'm like, I want to get more fit so I can do, like, maybe some gym content. But maybe, like, people would appreciate the journey of it, maybe. Like, maybe you don't need to see, like, somebody who's, like, a blue belt or a purple belt in jiu-jitsu, or, like, someone who's doing, like, insane climbs at the gym. Maybe you just need somebody who can, like, Like, maybe you just need someone, like, that feels more relatable. I don't know. But, like, what would you guys rather watch? Like, someone just someone mediocrely going to the gym? Cause, like, I could totally do a live stream at a gym here. There is, like, apparently, like, an influencer gym where people are always have their cameras out, and I could just, like, maybe do a stream at the gym, and then it's possible I could potentially do a live stream at a rock climbing gym. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be so mean to the rock climbing community right now. So mean. The rock climbing community triggers me a little bit. And like, it triggers me. No. It annoys me in the same way that I used to be annoyed by, like, I grew up in the Appalachian Mountains. And the people in the Appalachian Mountains, a lot of them are chill, but a lot of them are also, like, too proud of it. They're like, I'm a granola crunchy girl. Like, I'm a crunchy granola person who doesn't shower, and I'm so hippie. I'm more granola than you. I climb more mountains than you. I'm me. And, like, when I was growing up and everyone just had that mindset, I was just always like, you guys are losers. You guys are what I always knew I was meant to live in LA. Whatever, major losers. I always knew that I was a diva, and all of you guys are little animals who like to climb mountains. I'm kidding. I too would go. I was very crunchy too. I was always in the mud. I was always in the woods, and I was always climbing trees and always climbing everything. Like, I was permanently, like, in the woods as a child. But then you would have, like, people trying to compete with you. Like, I eat grubs. I have a lifted truck. I'm more country than it. Like, you know the song that's like, me, more cowboy than you. And it's, like, a cute song, but that's just, like, what I always was hearing from every source in my life as a kid. It's like, me, more country than you. And it's like, get the fuck. Because I personally felt as though I was very, very country. I don't know, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you must not know country people, because there's so many country people that are normal about it, and then there's so many country people that are like, me, more cowboy than you. It's like a competition to, like, who's more country. I don't know if any of you guys know what I'm talking about. If you've, like, lived in a really rural area before, like a really, like, cowboy, like, country town, you know what I'm talking about. But, like, it was just, like, and I always knew I was different. I always knew I was meant to be a little fiend in the city, but I also loved country. I believe fully that I will end up, like, on a homestead when I'm older. I will fully end up, like, in the woods. I won't end up, like, most likely, like, in Wyoming or Montana with a horse, multiple horses and cows, and I will butcher my own animals. Also, I feel I'm very vegan. I'm not vegan. I eat meat, but I believe everything that vegans eat. I believe everything that vegans believe. Like, the animal industry is, like, really, like, the meat industry is horrible and deplorable and the worst thing I could ever imagine. It's horrible, and I hate, like, that it exists, but I still eat meat. Like, I still gotta eat. Like, what am I gonna do? Go outside and grab a squirrel and just eat? Like, like, am I gonna start catching birds that land on my windowsill? Like, what am I to do? I have to eat meat. But, so, like, one day I do plan to, have my own meat. And maybe, like, what if I get really rich and I, like, make it, like, a business, and then you guys can buy my meat. Yeah, guys, eat my meat, guys. and my business will be called Eat My Meat. Okay, that's, anyways. But it was just like, in the Appalachian, it's just, like, always, like, me, more cowboy than you, me more crunchy than you, me more, like, oh, and I was, like, always a diva, so when people would be like, oh, you're wearing, like, a cute outfit, you're wearing high heels, Carmela, like, you like, oh, like, city girl, soft hands, or whatever, and I'm like, you know what, I hate you guys, I don't even care, I would rather wear high heels and live in the city than ever be around you guys anymore. You guys suck. And then it was always my, like, Carm's roast beef squabish, I swear to God. So it was always, like, my like, ick growing up. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, I see that a lot in the rock climbing community. I hate to say it. Me more crunchy than you. It's like, yeah. Do you really need to wear makeup to the rock climbing? Maybe I do. Maybe I do want to wear makeup to the rock climbing gym because some rock climbers are really hot and maybe I want to mate with them. Okay. So, oh, when people say, why do you wear makeup to the gym? It's not a runway. It's just a gym. Yeah? Yeah, I'll be done in 10 minutes. Is that okay? Maybe there's people at the gym I want to mate with. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe I want to mate with rock climbers. Honestly, maybe you don't. Is that the FBI knocking? Oh, thank you, Logan laughing. Your skin looks very good today, you glowing girl. Did you change something since 2 months ago when I was here? No, I don't know why it would be glowing. I mean, I did. A month ago I got a tan, like at the sun. I got tanned in the sun. So, yeah, I don't like the me more cowboy than you thing. Kind of like puts me off. Whereas like MMA, if I'm like going to MMA, it's like I don't feel like people are like, I'm more of an MMA fighter than you. They're just happy that you're there learning it. And they're like, I look like crap now because I have to like it's almost performative. Like if you go to like a regular gym and you try to look as granola as possible. If you try to go to like a rock climbing gym and try to look as granola as possible, I think that's kind of performative. I think that's really performative, actually. If you want to just look so granola at the rock climbing gym, whereas like if you look like crap at the MMA gym, it's like you look like crap because you have to. Like you're gonna look like crap regardless because you're getting beat up. So it's not performative. You guys are performative, actually. We can tell you've been lifting. Thank you, guys. I'm getting to where I could do 4 pull-ups, guys. 4 pull-ups. I'd sell you my meat for 100K. Sorry, I'm stretching. Ow. This is horrible lighting. It's like... This is bad lighting. Whatever. I hear she has small calves, though. Do not talk about my calves. My calves are manly. My calves look like the calves of a 40-year-old father of 6. I have unusually large calves for a woman. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching my stream. Thank you so much for watching my stream, guys. I really appreciate you all for watching my stream. This stream, I feel embarrassed about it because honestly, I would complain too much. I hope it didn't come off as complaining, but I was trying to tell like stories, but I'm like, do my stories come off as complaining or like, can you see the entertainment in it? Do you see the entertainment in it, or are you like, oh, is this girl just complaining? I wonder. Okay. I'm gonna go and get some eepy sleepy sleep. Why so early? Well, my sister has to go to bed. I started stream too late. Also, when I go back to jiu-jitsu, my grip strength, I'm gonna be throwing people across the room with my grip strength that I have from doing that one dyno. What's the name of the meat you're gonna produce someday? Eat my meat. So anyways, I love you guys so much. I will see you guys Tuesday for sure. No more canceling streams. Those were the only 2 streams I'm canceling this year. Me when I lie. There might be things that come up, but I'm gonna reschedule from now on. No more canceling. My brother had like an insane fight today in jiu-jitsu. Like it was a blue belt comp and he did so good and I'm so proud of him, and he was doing it in front of his hus too. So he won $350. Okay, love you guys. TTYL. Ciao. Goodbye, everybody. You're refreshing. You guys are refreshing. Thank you, everyone who subscribed. Thank you to the moderators. Thank you, everyone in chat, for chatting it up. Thank you to all of the homies out there. I would like to have a big not thank you, a reverse thank you, if you will. A hate you to Bodie and Jaden. No, Jang Hayden. I'm just gonna call him Jaden, bro, because, like, just combine the name at this point. Alright. Love you guys. Ciao. Do you guys think I'm a 5? Okay, goodbye.